Hey, Jenna.
This is fun, right? You don't have to switch. This is good. What?
What up, Steve?
There's cooking.
Hey, Ann.
What?
Hi, Amy. All right, let's just. Hey, what up, Brian? Let's just wait for everybody to jump on, and I'll get this class started.
No, he touched me. He touched me. I switched.
How's everybody doing out there?
No, because I know he's gonna do big. No, not as bad. But I know. I didn't know he was gonna do big.
Brian, of course, NASCAR, man. I'm so excited. NASCAR, UFC, the first two major sporting events coming up. So, yeah, ready to get back to work. Amy's ready to get back to the office. I'm always NASCAR ready, yo. Um, all right, so let's see. So, we're trying something new again today. It's Marinated Mondays, and then tomorrow, tune in tomorrow too, as well as we can do a Technique Tuesdays. Amy asked, how to cut certain things, so that was a good one. So tomorrow we'll probably do some technique on how to cut things, and just proper cutting and techniques that we do in the kitchen. Maybe we'll get into like correct pans to use. That's something that people have big questions on and stuff like that. So, but yeah, so Marinated Mondays and then Technique Tuesdays. I think we got something going on. Start off with Fried Rice Friday. So, starting a trend here. So hopefully we can get more followers and more viewers. But let's get this thing started. So, marinating today. So, we're going to do some chicken thighs. This dish that I'm doing today is preferably for shrimp. But I've noticed that chicken, it does well. Beef and fish does as well too. So this is a mayonnaise base marinade. So we will get this started. All right. So first we have some chicken thighs. So I'm just using chicken thighs. On the bottom it says, preferably use shrimp is preferred. This dish is something I came up with like when I was like probably 10, 11 years old. But definitely the chicken thighs is something I chose. I'm trying to use what I have and what I don't have. And I didn't have any shrimp. So from there, you get some regular chicken thighs. You can also use chicken breast too. I prefer thighs. I like dark meat, over the white meat. But with the chicken breast, it'll actually help it because of the fat of the mayonnaise. So it'll help it not get dry. And then when you do this, you're gonna grill it. Now, if you do shrimp, you have to put on a skewer and then marinate it. All my marinations are probably about 24 hours or overnight. Next, after that, the next ingredient would be very important to do is you got to use Best Food mayonnaise or Helms mayonnaise, depending on where you're at. East Coast people or the South use Helms. West Coast, we always use Best Foods. It's the same brand, it's just worded differently. Mayonnaise from Best Foods is the best. It's the thickest. So this is what I recommend. Try not to use Kraft. But if that's all you have, it's all you have, right? But Best Foods would work best. Then, so I took a picture of this off the internet. You guys are familiar with this. This is lemon juice. Freshly squeezed is best if possible. But this will do as well. I think lemon juice is key to this, either fresh or this bought stuff. Nothing wrong with it, but freshly squeezed is best if you have it. For this this bottled stuff, they just last longer if you don't use a lot of lemon juice. So I would recommend doing something like this if you don't use a lot of lemons. Okay, next the ingredient that's in this dish is lemon pepper. Any brand works. Lemon pepper is in this. Any brand, McCormick's, Signature from Vons or Albertsons, Kroger brand, they all work the same. Okay, and then after that, white sugar. We need some white sugar in this as well to offset. And I don't know if you guys know, but a little trick for chefs: lemon juice is the acid that uses to cut fat. So, meaning fat, meaning mayonnaise. So that way you don't taste super fatty, doesn't taste overwhelming. But citrus is normally used to cut of fat, so that you don't really taste the super fatty. That's why when you eat fried food, they do a lot of lemon and things like that, so it doesn't taste so fatty. Okay, and after you do white sugar, then we got freshly chopped garlic. I'm not opposed to using bottled garlic if that's what you have, but I always use fresh. Also, they also do out there that I've seen is fresh peeled, but not chopped. You guys see some stuff with like garlic that's in oil. I mean, that's fine, but I prefer using chopped garlic. Keep them in the refrigerator. They last a little longer than leaving them out. They tend to grow when you don't, the refrigeration will hold the time of growth. But yeah, chopped garlic. Then I got this thing here. So this is curly parsley, flat leaf parsley, or Italian parsley will work just as fine. But I grew this out in my garden. So I don't know if you guys know, but I grow herbs. Herbs, I always recommend you growing it if you have the room in your house or outside. Freshly herbs are pretty expensive, so I decided to grow it, which I have room outside. So I have this herb garden outside. Something I recommend. You guys save some money. Also, too, I didn't put on here, but dried parsley works just as fine. But it's something that fresh is always best. And then that's it. So that's all the ingredients. So now we're gonna go ahead and marinate. So stainless steel bowl, glass bowl, any kind of vessel that you have. We're gonna add the mayonnaise. Okay, and then we're gonna add some of the lemon pepper. Okay, and then some white sugar, some parsley, and some fresh garlic. This one I probably use this recipe, which will be on. I know I forgot to put the Calbee recipe, which I'll get that on today, as long as with this marinade recipe. And then you go ahead and mix it up. The one thing I did forget is the lemon juice. You can also add vinegar, but I wouldn't recommend it. I would try to do the lemon juice if you can. Then, good old trusty Ziploc bag. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the chicken in the Ziploc bag. Now, Ziploc bags I use a lot to marinate in. It's easier. But if you guys are opposed to Ziploc bags, you guys could do it in a Tupperware or a glass bowl, something that'll fully put it in. Then I take that mixture. The reason why I use Ziploc bags is that it's easier to mix once you get it all in there. Oops, I'm making a mess. All right. Okay, so we get that all in there. Clean this up real quick. All right. Okay, and you seal it up just like this, and then you mix it all up. Okay, and get it all marinated, and you let it sit overnight. Or, the longer it sits, the better with marinade. So, and this will be for tomorrow's dinner. So, I'm going to leave it in. It's about 10 a.m. So, it'll go all from now till tomorrow night. So, it's, marinations are very important. And I think it's good to, change your flavors of your meat. Anybody got any questions? Anybody got any questions today? But yeah, so we'll start doing this trend, Marinated Mondays and Technique Tuesdays. So tomorrow, I'm tuning in tomorrow as well, same time, 10 a.m. I'm going to do some techniques of cutting tomorrow, vegetables and things like that. But other than that, if anybody got nothing else, that's it. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll do some short segments this time. A little easier for everybody to tune in. Other than that, thanks guys for tuning in. Any questions, let me know. You'll see the recipe. You'll see the recipe on later today for both ones, but I missed last week and this week. So look for the recipes. Thanks guys for tuning in, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Don't forget, 10 a.m. tomorrow for Technique Tuesdays. Thanks guys.